it's the first episode of Chatting with Craft Atelier in 2023. It's been we're actually filming this in the week that we are closed for our annual spring cleaning and stock take.
In the middle of counting, endless counting.
It's in the middle of endless counting. The cleaning is actually not too bad. It's the counting and I think all the administrative work that comes with adjusting prices and stuff like that.
Resetting website.
Yes, resetting website and then updating our inventory. I think we strive to keep our count on the website. I mean, it is very challenging to put all the items on the website, and we actually don't because there are just some goods that, like hand-dyed yarns, are just difficult to list because every batch is so different.
Yeah. Anything that moves too fast or has unique.
No,
like
too specialized.
Too specialized.
Like, we have items that are very, very specialized that it just doesn't warrant the time.
Some are one of a kind. Like it comes in once and then that's it. So
we try our best, and of course, there will always be some lapses on our part. But I think we acknowledge that there's a small studio, there's a small local studio. There is a limit to what we can do, lah. And we, if it has caused any inconvenience for anybody, then we're just sorry. We really are.
Some things are more effort to do than.
Yes. And on the issue of the price increase, I think I should address that because I've been working on the price increase for quite a bit. You will notice that not everything in the shop would have been affected by the price increase. I think what we have tried to do is we've really looked at everything, every possible way to save money. So we have actually stopped adopting PayPal as a form of payment because the fees are really quite high. One way for us to try to not increase prices as much as we can is to try to cut down on places where there's a lot of cost, like the money goes to someone else. So we have sort of streamlined some of our payment processes, what we offer. We are also going to be streamlining some of our return and exchange policies because the less inventory risk we have to take in terms of restocking and stuff like that, the easier it is for us to not have to put in a lot of buffer for it. Yeah. So we can keep our prices low.
And we try to keep our policies simple. Yeah. So that everything is straightforward. It's not like, for this type of items, this is the situation. For this type of item, that's the condition. That's just too fussy.
Yeah. So by streamlining all of this and cutting back on some of these things, I would say a good number of the things that we sell, we actually have not increased the prices from 2022. Like most of the things from some of our suppliers, we were able to keep.
Small items we generally
try not to. Big items, unfortunately, because of the shipping cost, and also because big items in general are costly. Like 1% more of a big item is so much.
And
more.
Also depending on the material, like if it's made of wood.
Oh yes, wood.
There's worldwide shortage, so
wood and electronics, I would say. But other than that, we have tried our best to keep our prices as competitive as possible, or rather as fair to you as a consumer as possible. If you have any feedback,
we try to minimize the sticker shock.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any feedback, feel free to just approach us. It's the start of the new year. We try our very best to help everybody and be a good studio as much as we can. Yeah. So anyway, that's all the blah 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 blah, the ending part of it. We should really just get down to talking about what we plan to talk about in this particular video. We actually wanted to spend this video talking about what we intend to do for 2023, as in our own personal crafting endeavors. And we thought maybe share some of the things that we have on our to-do list. Then some of you might get ideas on what you can do for yourself in the new year. So you want to start first or I start first? Okay, I start first. Actually, one of the big things on my to-do list is I want to knock out a couple of WIPs. I have a beaded shawl that I need to finish. I probably spent my first quarter of the year clearing out some of these projects. They all, in case y'all weren't aware of it, I had to go on a crafting hiatus for 2 months at the end of last year because I had a very bad attack of carpal tunnel. And I have a neck kind of old injury, and so I had to stop crafting. So all the projects that I actually wanted to knock out of my list of WIPs all didn't happen. Yeah, so I have I'll put pictures of some. I mean, maybe here. I realized I didn't leave a lot of space for pictures, but yes. So I do have my iron shirt shawl that's finishing. I'm actually past the popcorn stage, and I'm just in the last band to finish off. Yeah, And then I have a beaded shawl pattern that was in piecework. This piecework is published by um, either Interweave or Long Thread Media. So it was a beaded shawl that a group of us started last year. And I'm actually at the age. I'm actually just at the aging. Unfortunately, the aging is a 10 row repeat, which you that 10 is a repeat that's 10 rows, and you have to repeat that 10 row pattern.
And not many stitches, right?
Yeah, like 50 times. Every row is like maybe less than 20 stitches, but because of the repeat and so many things, and every row is so different, it's taking me a while. I'll probably knock that out the next after the iron shirt shawl. And then I have a cardigan. I had a brioche cardigan that I was working on. And I got past the yoke. I got past the brioche part. I'm now actually just at the part where I just need to power through the single crochet and the half.
Yeah, you stopped
double
because it
crochet.
got too warm. So now it's the nice weather.
That's
aircon weather.
true.
To, you know,
I missed the window though. The
Yeah.
cold
the
weather
Singapore
was like the
winter.
last 3 weeks. And now I missed it. But yeah, then I'll finish that. Then actually I have identified some. Or maybe you want to talk about your WIPs first.
Okay, so I have the same beaded shawl that we are doing.
Except you lost it.
No, it's still there.
You found it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think I found it. That one I'm slower because I started.
Yeah, she started
I
much later.
started much later. So there were 3 sections. She's at the 3rd section. I'm in the 2nd section, the middle section, and I'm halfway through the middle section. So I need to finish that. Then I accidentally started 2 shawls in the last week of December. Then I have got 3 ongoing shawls that I alternate between because they are very fine lace work. Like I'm using a 2.5 mm needles on lace.
It's like sock, you know? It's like the needles I used to make socks.
So that will take a while, but I will finish it. And then I've got 2 tops in the planning. I have done the swatches. I have not done the cast on. And then I've got 2 crochet ones that are almost finishing. So I've got 10 pieces of work that I plan to finish before starting new ones.
You see, right? I have like 3 unfinished projects. And it'll probably take me just as long to finish as 3 unfinished projects as it would take her to do 10 unfinished projects. But it's okay. We all craft at our own time and our own pace. Yeah. I think the only reason why I'm very ahead of you for the beaded shawl is because I actually started it and then I got COVID. So the whole time that actually I had COVID, I was just working. Like, I was just powering through that.
I started that only when you started the beading process. So
Yeah.
You were in the
Yes.
2nd stage.
Actually you started it when I was in the section 3
Really?
because I finished like section 2 when I was like, so I think it's when I showed you the section 2, then you're like, hey, actually it's quite nice. Then you started.
Yeah, it was quite late because she started the shawl with 2 others.
Yes, 2 of our two regulars that come to the studio. So so that's the thing, right? We do actually have regulars who sometimes people need some motivation to get going, and especially projects that are challenging. I think the reason why we chose the beaded shawl was because the lace work is fairly complex because it's a vintage pattern and it's a chartered vintage
And
pattern.
for some, it's the first time they're knitting lace.
Yes,
Knitting
lace,
lace
and then
knitting
the beads.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like some folks who come like who take classes and stuff with us, they're like, we want to try something, right? We don't want to always do like the same old, right? But they're very like frightened, like afraid to take that leap because you don't want to be the only one
And
struggling.
it's quite lonely if you do the project by yourself.
Yes.
It's quite nice to have a common project. Then when you ask people for updates, like, hey, where are you in that project?
I think you get like move along.
Yeah. Because if you are slower, then you'll be like, oh, I can see what someone has already finished.
Correct.
If you're fast, you'll be like, hey, I just finished. You know, do you guys need help
Yeah.
with some parts?
So actually that worked out very well, the beaded shawl one, because I started first and then because it's a vintage pattern, so it wasn't very clearly written. So I actually had to frog my project several times, but because I had the experience, I could tell everybody, take note, when you get to this, and I could draw the schematics of like how each of the sections
Because it was actually
were
written. It was actually written in the mirror image of
Yeah.
the chart.
Yeah. So I mean that's always useful. Then once I clear those 3, what I have in mind, plans change, okay, because things can happen. I do actually plan to do 1 knitted top from local designer Yamagara. My mind right now is set on the lapis top But recently she did release another pattern, so I'm a bit like I want to switch to another pattern. But definitely, I think in this year I will do one of the tops. And the reason why I say it is because I had the chance to meet Bernice. So Yamagara is like her pen name, like her the name she adopts
designer name.
as a designer. But Bernice is like her name. And, I met her at boutique fair because I was helping our hand dyer. I've never really chatted with her at length.
Okay.
Yeah, at Fiber Floor, I mean, we met and stuff like that. But because at boutique fair, we spent quite a bit of time together. I showed her how to weave on the loom as well. So then we chatted. She also had samples of the lapis in particular. She had lapis and the tan. Both samples were at boutique fair, and I just really liked how the lapis looked. So that's probably what I will do. In terms of yarn choices, I think I can stash it. I do have yarns. I just haven't figured out if that's what I want to use, or if I will use, because lapis was actually designed in collaboration with Louis from
She has
Bako
a
Kitties.
kit.
So she has a kit that's like I think it's superwash merino with Remy and silk. So I haven't decided if that's the base I want to use, or I'm going to stash it and use probably what I already have from Louis's. Yeah.
I have plans for that because I have got 2 skeins of semi-solid that would work for the base. But now I'm a bit stuck with
On the variegated part.
variegated. So I'm thinking, because I don't have the same yarn in variegated, I might dye up a skein.
I think you
just
don't need
for
to
that.
have the same yarn, because that particular design, right? I don't think the variegated is in the same rep base.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need it to be the same yarn, but the yarn I have, because it's an interesting fiber, it's C-cell silk. So I would need something that maybe tensile. I might dye up a skein of tensile just to match.
We also have a C-cell with silk blend.
Yeah,
Just
so-
saying.
so-
So you could also buy that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So if I could think of a nice color blend to go with the semi-solid I have, then I might use it. That's fine.
So okay, yeah. So that means we're both going to do Yamagara's thing. Bernice's design. The other thing that I actually wanted to do is, so I don't know if some of you might have seen this. It's a comic book. It's a knitting comic book. It's like a knitting instruction comic book. Okay, so I learned to knit from books. I actually never took classes. I learned to knit from the book called Stitch and Pinch. Maybe when I can just grab it on the side. So there's something about knitting books and me. Yeah. So I learned to knit like oh my god.
This was
20 years
very-
ago. It was very popular.
It was very popular because she had a crochet version and
Yeah. Anyway, this is the next part lah. The original hooks and the other one. So I have all three volumes of that series. So I came across this book because Felicia of Sweet Georgia was talking about it in one of her Taking Back Friday some time back, and I bought it. I mean, it's a comic strip. How can you not like a book that is a comic strip? And it's a comic strip, and the interesting thing is the patterns here are supposed to be like you can have a lot of control over it. It's so you can like adjust they teach you how to adjust the gauge, the yarn selection. You can customize a lot of the patterns as you wish. So actually I found 3 patterns that I potentially may want to do. One is this, just one more. Omjong. Yeah. Because it's a nice top thing that I think I could wear if I knit it in something that's actually Singapore weather ready. So I have this on my short list. The other one was this double feature, not so much because of the shaping of the item, but I want to try this. Where you work 2 colors, but you work in different directions.
It's blocks.
Yeah, and then as a result, there's just something mathematical about it that appeals to me. Because there's a mathematics, there's an algebra, like there's a color one, then minus, you have to like, if X is this, then X minus that will give you the total number of stitches you need. So that's the other one. And then the last pattern that caught my eye was this Chizy. It's like the Bolero, which I still have my one-stroke Bolero.
I finished mine.
Okay,
I
so
just
that's
finished.
4 WIPs that I have to knock out of the ballpark. But this is quite unique in that there's color work not color work, I would say. I think it's color block rather than color work. But this is quite similar to the other one, the second one, the double feature. Both have the blocky color work. So I'm not the color blocks. So I'm not sure which one I will eventually do, but probably I will try a couple of the patterns here. I also have my eye on the Operation Sock Drawer, the other that I have, which is also somewhere there. There's a sock. I think I want to do one more pair of sock, but not a vanilla sock anymore.
Pattern.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a pattern sock. And then Operation Sock Drawer, okay, I will find a picture of the book here. It's just different sock patterns. Like, I think it's done, I can't remember who. It's basically a pair of
Collaboration.
yeah, it's a collaboration, right?
Yeah.
And
So-
I think it's the Knit More girls.
Yeah.
They basically wanted to make a whole drawer full of their own handmade socks.
But there are 20 patterns inside, so you can choose stuff to work on, and it could be stranded work, it could be cables, it could be
I
lace,
think it'd be crazy for me
and
to
there's
try
mosaic.
stranded color work on socks because it's so small.
No, it's easy, and because it's a small piece of work,
Yeah, if I
you
get it
don't
wrong-
drive yourself crazy trying to finish a shawl with that if you happen not to enjoy it too much.
Yeah. So I actually haven't done stranded color work. So I might actually do that for the sock.
Some of the stranded color looks very pretty.
Yeah. Because the the mosaic or the brioche knitting, the same group of people who did the pleated shawl at me, yeah, we have our eye on a brioche knitted, the mosaic knitted pattern. That yeah, we have to find some time and then agree to do it. But yes, that will be on my plans for knitting / crochet. Yeah, I haven't shortlisted any crochet project as of now. I have too many because currently a lot of my WIPs are crochet.
Your brooch,
Yeah.
your
So I'm
iron,
trying not to pick up more crochet projects.
right? Those two are no lah, two lah. You have two crochet and two
No, I finished a couple of crochet ones. Like I went through a series of a lot of crochet projects. Like I did the the Christmas one, the Primo Limbo one was also crochet. Like I had like 3 or 4 crochet projects to finish up. So I'm like, I need to change to something else. Yeah. It's been I have short attention.
It's not too bad. You don't have that many WIPs out of 10.
Well, I think if I didn't have the hiatus, I might not be able to say I have. Just say.
So for me, I have not done major brioche work. I have only done sample pieces of it. So I wanted to take on this.
I can hold this.
Yeah. So this
Just
is a brioche shawl that is huge. So it opens up like that.
Wait. Let me hold it. Yeah.
So it has got major panels of brioche and plain and stuff. So this is by a designer who I test knit for, and I like the look of this. So I
In
have
case you want to try the pattern, it's called Madame
chic.
Yeah, Madame Chic.
So it's very pretty, and
Hey, I'm
it's
doing a Chizy pattern and then she's doing a Madame Chic.
yeah, because this one involves increases, decreases in brioche as well, not just the two color brioche. There's also increases and stuff. So yeah. because it looks it looks really good. So I have not decided on the yarn for this, which is unfortunate because I have been thinking of what yarn to use, and this is one that I have not decided on. But
You should try a borrow.
I was thinking of a color changing thing, but I need a solid against it.
Yeah.
That is a nice contrast.
Just to borrow and borrow.
Yeah.
Medium.
Because this one requires a good bit of yarn. I need
I think the one that the last project that I said, like the very one, the knitted brioche one, I think, it's also like okay, it's nowhere as complex as this. It's just like if I only had like this corner, that would be my project. And then it's supposed to use a burrow and like a burrow and a solid. Yeah. And it's quite nice, like all the samples that people knit up.
Yeah. So this is one I have had on my to-do list for actually 2022, but I never got around to it because I couldn't decide on the yarn. I kept changing my mind. So
So if I successfully do my knitted brioche in 2023, I could do this for 2024. Yeah.
it's a really pretty
No, we
pattern.
send her to do it first. Then after that, we know all the problems already. Like we know what not to do.
Yeah. So this is on my to-do list.
Okay, I'll hold for you.
And then this is
Because need to put back in.
this is another one that I am thinking of doing. I bought 2 patterns from this designer because I really like the look of the lace. The
This one is
different-
called Gold
Gold
Rush
Rush.
Shawl.
So I have decided on the yarn for this, and I have set aside the yarn for this. I just haven't done the cast on because I was distracted by a lot of other things. So this was actually on my to-do list for 2022 as well, because I actually have the yarn ready. It was set aside in a bag for it.
She got distracted
Yeah.
by the 2 accidental shots.
There are a lot of accidents along the way since I get distracted very easily. Then this is the other pattern that I bought from the same designer.
It's called Through the Witch Just Garden.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this one is
It's
all
nice.
overlays. It's very pretty. So this one I'm intending to do. I have the same deep purple yarn in modal fiber.
It's your color.
Yeah.
You like purple.
Yeah. And I have almost the same color yarn, except it's a slightly darker purple than what she has here. So I'm looking forward to casting this on. This would be nice. Yeah. So those are my knitted shawl projects that I kind of have decided on. I have shortlisted some tops, but not quite decided on the tops. And then I have shortlisted some weaving projects that I hope to finish and start this year, because I've not done a lot of weaving in the last 2 years. The most I've done is ankle weave, where I have some bands that I wove up. I'm looking forward to using the loom that has been in my house
Yeah.
for 10 months, and I have not used it.
The baby wolf lah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the baby wolf, let me show you something that I have woven off the baby wolf. No, I don't think it's last year, the year before, I'm not sure. But this is the Lunatic Fringe Gam set. I bought the Gam set. And this is actually the one of the 3 gams that I've woven on using that set. And I still have half of my set left, actually. Half of my yarn left. So this is the twill gam. Okay, the reason why I show it is because, well, this twill gam is useful now because I am actually, some of the, oh no, this is the, where I
The
changed.
change, yeah.
I am going to be starting in time to come a study group for the folks who actually currently own the cricket quartet, because one of the things that I really want them to do is to look at twills, to do a twill study. So this is the gam that I intend to show as part of the class. So this is of course the gam that I move up. But the reason why I wanted to show this is this year for weaving, I actually want to finish up the Tapestry unit. I'm doing the Ontario Handweavers and Hand Spinners study group. I've been doing it since 2020. I've met a lot of wonderful weavers through it. This last year we were working on the Tapestry together, but Tapestry is a slow unit to go, and I do want to do the traditional form where you really can make images through the Tapestry work that you do. So that's part of my weaving. But in addition to that, I should give my baby wolf some love too, because after this I actually did the blocks unit. I did the hub, so I have done the hub and the crackle.
You had 2 shawls that were done in between, right?
No, the 2 shawls were before this gap. Actually, the 2 I did
The one that you gave your mom.
Yeah, so those were done before this
Before
gam.
this.
Then after this gam, I did the block unit, so I moved some hub legs on it. And then I also did some cashmere shawls on my sari looms that went to my godparents in another part of this world. But you know, the reason why I show all these colors is because those of you who know us in 2019, 2020 will know that we were going to invite Catherine Weber from Blazing Charters to come and do a masterclass, because Catherine she's a master of colors. So if you just look at, like, this is a hand painted wart that she makes. You just go, we'll put the links down below, and she has all these warts that are like this so color amazing. So the wart that I made, the shawl that I made for my mom was actually Catherine's wart. And I just feel like maybe I should like play a little bit with the colors again, and then pick like one of her wart sets and get going. Just weave, because the colors are so beautiful. Like, you don't really have to think very much. And actually all the shawls that we wove in the studio using her wart has like sold very, very quickly.
They're no longer in this.
Yeah, there's one piece that I haven't parted with, because everybody asked me how I got that particular
Oh, because
threading.
you've not figured out the pattern.
Yeah, because I actually haven't done the fabric analysis for it, which I'm reserving for the OHS unit, because there's an OHS unit on fabric analysis. So the Ontario study group has a unit, one of the study group units is on fabric analysis. So I'm leaving it for them. So if I have to take it apart to analyze the fabric, I will do it but I have done fabric analysis on my.
Your original work, what? You had to do that for
Oh yes,
one,
on my
right?
on my unit 1 clothes because I forgot to take note of the threading that I use, and then I had to draw up the draft to hand in the work. Yeah. So I had to take it row by row.
Yeah, that's some homework that I've not done.
Yes, so that's for weaving.
And also I plan because I have one piece of woven fabric that I have designated to make a skirt, a long skirt with it. I have the pattern done in my mind. I bought the accompanying fabric and it's in a bag and I have not touched it for the entire year.
So you have to make a skirt.
Yes, I need to make a skirt. I need to cut into my fabric and make a skirt. And I have another fabric planned because that warp was made in 2019 and I have not woven that warp. So I'm gonna put that warp up.
Wait, as in the cloth has not been woven.
No, because the warp chain was done in 2019 at the at the weaving studio.
Oh, I thought you meant you had a piece of woven.
No, I have one piece, but I have another warp chain that I have not woven up.
So do you need both pieces of cloth to be woven?
No, one is designated for long skirt. The other one I'm intending to either make a dress or a pair of pants with it. Yeah, because that was what I had in mind when I did the warp chain. Yeah, so when I made the warp chain, the second warp chain was supposed to be a pair of long pants.
But don't worry, at least you have your warp chain. Like it's already on the handles, right? It's
No,
dressed.
No, not dress yet. Not dress yet.
Oh, okay.
So that's my intended project. I want to finish at least these two things: the making of the skirt and weaving the fabric for the pants of the second warp chain.
It's okay. I still have my 2 warp chains.
And also I have the blazing shuttle warp chains that I intend to put on my new loop, on my wave loop, so that I can weave bands on it. Because it's just nice. It's 100 ends. I could just divide into 2 and get 2 bands out of it.
Okay, I will take a belt.
Maybe. But
For your
100
dress.
ends is quite big.
Yeah, but with the OB belt for your dress. Since you're already gonna be weaving cloth for dress.
Maybe.
Right? Except I don't know whether the colours will match. But the belt and the
Oh, it's fine. Because the second warp chain is a monotone black grey kind of colour.
see?
So that will work with all colours.
yeah, then you can make yourself an OB belt. Yeah. OB belt is quite trendy now. I saw a lot of people wearing OB belts for dress.
Maybe. That's a plan.
So we have all these plans. I don't know, it depends on whether we get around to those plans. We'll try. I mean, I always start the year with big goals.
Grand plans.
Yeah, and then we'll see how it goes.
Because along the way we might get distracted by other patterns. Because sometimes you see what designers put out and go, oh, actually this is very fun.
I mean, and not just that, because we have a community here going, sometimes people, come and say, hey, we saw this one and would you like to work on it together? And it's just fun. It's just fun to be working on projects with other people rather than just working on like your own piece. Like it's very hard for me to find motivation to live at home because like I'll be the only one doing it. So yeah, actually it's good fun to like have your looms here and then just weaving with other people. I think more gets done.
Because the fun sometimes is in the planning of the project, where you envision what the final thing would look like, and then you look at, I want this color to be here, I want this yarn to be there. So yeah, that bit is fun.
You guys don't plan to that. So to me, I just like the method, not the color part.
And plus, I have grand plans. I am planning to dye up or spin up the yarn for some of the projects that I'm planning.
Okay.
Not on my radar.
I just got but I did a very good job stash diving last year. I have to say, I actually cut my stash by half. At least.
I did stash bust a good number of.
I haven't made any resolution this year that says I shouldn't buy clothes, but actually I don't. I think the whole of last year's stash diving has actually helped me not need. I don't feel such a drive to get. I still feel like I can stash stuff as much as I can.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's not so much of I want new yarn, but if you happen to see yarn that fits a project you have in mind, then you feel like, oh, this is a good match. For what I have in mind, this is the effect I want. And then of course you would then
I know 2 of my projects I didn't buy yarn. The sock one, because I definitely need sock, suitable sock yarn. And then the other one is the knitted brioche one, because that one needs a gradient cake. And I've actually used up all the gradient cakes in my station. So that one I have to get, and the sock one. But I'm not ready at this point to start those projects yet. So I'm just gonna wait and see if some yarn will come my way and speak to.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you just need to be inspired by the yarn.
Yeah.
Because you look at the colour and you go,
correct.
this top will look good in this colour. And then you
Oh, I really like that colour and I want to do something. At this point, not yet. Maybe because we are stock taking. Then we see already, they're like, oh my god, more things.
the counting.
Like just more. It never ends.
Yeah. I'm not as tempted to do a lot of yarn shopping simply because I do want to use yarn that I bought a long time ago because I love the yarn and I do want to use it up because sometimes it's like you feel it's very precious, so you don't use it. But at the same time, you want to see it in a finished project. And I want to see it in more than a cake. Like, oh, I love the colours, but what does it look like on me if I were to use it up? So, yeah, I have not bought a lot of new yarn last year as well. Most of it.
We've been very, very disciplined. We say that now.
No, I've been very disciplined for the last.
No. If we actually go for the weaving conference, I think that all that discipline will file.
It's hard to say.
I think it. Yeah, but yes, we do have plans. There's conferences are starting to resume, and we have plans to go to one overseas. Really, because we've made a lot of friends through the last few years weaving, and it's just a chance to catch up. Like actually see my weaving friends in person. Yeah, that's the I think the part of the interaction that I really really miss.
It's part of the face-to-face community that we don't quite get here. I mean, we do have a small community of weavers here, but it's a different.
No, it's like how a lot of people really enjoyed when we're very happy when we resume community night in person. So just think of it as like going to this conference is like us resuming community night with our international our weaving friends overseas, and they are very special to me because that's how I started my weaving journey. I didn't start it locally. I started it there with these folks, and so being able to go and see them after so long is quite an exciting prospect.
And being part of like a weaving conference where there is active learning and we get to be students and participate in a class where
We're not teachers.
yeah, and we get to learn something we have maybe no time to experiment with ourselves because sometimes work just takes over. Like we have looms, we have a good number of looms in the studio, but the amount of weaving time that we get is very minimal.
I think I weave less now than I ever did.
Uh-huh.
Really, because or rather I weave less of my own projects now because I spend a lot of time.
Like if I
laying out
am
the
weaving,
projects
half the
first.
time it is because I'm doing a commission work for some people who order like woven pieces.
Or like weaving up samples for class and stuff. Or planning class. Like we weave up things that might not make it to class, but we do it because we need to test and see things work.
So getting to participate in a class where I need to be focused as a student to do my work is kind of nice.
It's good change, and I mean we're keeping our fingers crossed that it will happen this year for
And that we
us.
get to sign up for the classes that we're looking to sign up for.
We have plans to connect with our the wider global weaving community, and then hopefully you can bring some of the sharing back or bring people to speak with you. Yeah, then it wouldn't just be chatting with us. Like you can chat with other people who are more interested than us. Yes, I think that is about it. February is coming soon. We need to think about what to chat about in February. We'll cross the
That will
bridge.
happen in 2 weeks time.
Yeah, we'll cross the bridge when we get to it. So, with that, everybody have a great 2023. Happy New Year once again, both the English New Year and Chinese New Year.
Yeah, hope all of you have a great start to have a nice year ahead.
Lots and lots of projects, beautiful yarns in your life, and lots of great crafting friendships. I think that's it.
And for those who have not popped by our studio for community nights, we have resumed. We have resumed our community nights Wednesday, around 7 to 9ish. So just pop by.
You don't have to stay the whole throughout 7 to 9. So it's not like a class, like you need to come in and there's no teaching.
There are people who pop in for an hour, half an hour, just to say hi. And
no
chat.
teaching at all. And some people don't even bring their projects. They just come and just hang out and see what other people are doing. And that's completely fine with us. There's no prerequisite. You do not need to have taken class with us or bought stuff from us. All you need to do is just drop by. Just think of it as a social
And you don't need to sign up. You don't need to
register. We remove the sign up requirement already.
So you can just pop by because we are open every Wednesday night.
Yes. So with that, see you. Bye.